Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK. I'm here with the probably one of the biggest, or definitely
oldest.
I was trying to find a polite. I was actually trying to find a polite way of saying it. Promoters.
One of the most ancient
promoters in the world. But Frank Warren, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Jane?
Yeah, I'm not bad actually, thank you. So listen, over the last 12 months, we've seen an absolutely mind-blowing, amazing cards. Can you give me? I know it might be difficult, but can you give me like 5 of the best moments for you in boxing over the last 12 years?
Over the last year. Blimey, that's hard. The 2 Tyson fights, because they were amazing fights. Daniel Dubois in his fantastic win over AJ. That was a fabulous fight. Nick Ball, after that disappointment where he won the fight, got the verdict, going in and winning the world title, that was brilliant. Blimey, it's so hard. That's a really tough question. I've got another one I've got to pull out of the air. Anto, Cacace. 2 really good wins. You know, the one against Joe Cordina in the 5v5 was brilliant.
Which was your favourite out of the Cacace fight? The one in Riyadh or the one against Taylor?
The one in Riyadh.
Yeah, definitely. Has to be, doesn't it? Has to be. Talking about Cacace now, we've seen it seems to be a resurgence of his career. I was hearing lots about him in the background from other fighters when they go and train with him. I think you alluded to the fact that he possibly wasn't taking it seriously before, but were there any other key factors that kind of stopped him reaching where he's now potential?
I think that's what it was. I mean, you know, when he came with us, he beat one of our guys on a card in 2020, and we signed him. I really liked what I watched, and he pulled out of a few fights for various reasons, and I knew there's something couldn't be right there. And then I was getting telling me a few stories and so forth about he wasn't doing what he should have been doing, but he's now knuckled down and shown what he's all about. Last year he showed what Anto can do, which would be one of the best super featherweights in the world.
Do you not think, though, there was a lot of chit-chat after, obviously, the fight with Cordina. It felt to me, I was hearing, you know, on the plane, everyone was kind of really shocked and surprised. Do you still think going into that Taylor fight that people didn't quite believe that he could pull it off a second time?
Yeah, I do. I didn't. I thought he'd win it. That's why we made the fight. But there were people out there who were doubters. He's got a tough fight again. I mean, both of them were two-time world champions. Same with Lee. Lee's a 2-time world champion, and he's a good fighter, and he'll be at his best. And Anto will be at his best. It'll be a cracker of a fight. And you've got to take your hat off to him to going into Lee's backyard.
I appreciate that Lee Woods is a super talented fighter, but it feels to me, looking at Anthony today on that top table, he's got the same level of confidence. When I spoke to him ahead of the fight against Joe Cordina, it seems like he's got that unshakable belief.
He has got massive confidence in him, and so he should have, you know, in doing what he did last year. I mean, it's fabulous how he resurrected his career in a big way. But Lee's quite confident as well. He feels confident, you know.
I forget he's one of your fighters as well.
Well, I don't mean it from that perspective. He is. I mean, you know, I wouldn't expect him to not be confident. I mean, he wants to fight. It's in his backyard. He's got all his fans behind him. You know, majority of the fans there are going to be there for him, so he should be confident. You know, it's Anto who's going into the other guy's backyard.
Let's talk briefly about the Riyadh card. I mean, February 22nd, we've got Dubois against Parker. What has changed for Daniel, in your opinion? Because I know he's not. I know him from the amateurs. He was at my gym. He wasn't the most confident in front of the camera. Now all of a sudden he's done AJ. He's blossomed, and the world's his oyster. It seems.
I think the making of him was the fight against Usyk. I think because he hurt him, and I know there's all the controversy about the low blow. I didn't think it was a low blow, but anyway, there was the controversy about that, and he didn't deal with the referee so well. The referee was hard work. I mean, I thought he was a bad referee in that fight, but it was a lesson. And we sat down afterwards, and I said to him, you know, you've got to take control of this. You've got to own this. You can't be worried about. You can't be worried about, thinking in your head about the referee. You've got to take command. You're in the other guy's backyard. You're there as far as they're concerned for you to lose, so it's yours to win. Go and win. And you lost all your focus, which he did after that knockdown, or that big delay, that 4-minute delay. And he showed that in the Babe Miller fight. He certainly showed it in the Hrgovic fight. Both of those fights, he went into them as he did in the Usyk fight as an underdog with the bookmakers. Against Hrgovic, he had to grit his teeth. He had a tough couple of rounds. He was getting caught by big right-handers from a fighter that nobody wanted to fight, was undefeated, as Miller was. Came through those fights in big style, and a lot of pressure was being put on him outside the ring, like in the face-offs and the talking, the round table stuff, where they were all trying to get under his skin, calling him he ain't got a big heart and so forth. And you could see the change in him, how he spoke with him, how he dealt with it. And then certainly when he came up against AJ, we had that moment in the sit down where they were talking, and then it looked like it was going to go off there and then. But he maintained his focus. He came out, he commanded that fight, again going in as an underdog. AJ was coming off a string of wins, 3 wins I think, and done the business. So he's in a tough fight though. He's in with a former world champion next week against Joe Parker. Joe Parker's on a run himself. He's had a good win. It's going to be a competitive fight. And you've got Usyk, who came out and said yesterday that he only wants 2 more fights, and one of them he wants to be a unification fight. Well, the winner of this will get it. So that big carrot's there for him. So if that don't get the best out of him, I don't know what will. But he's got confidence, he's grown up mentally, he's only 27, which is a baby for a heavyweight. He's really, really in a good place at the moment.
What would you say to Andy Lee? He thinks that obviously that Daniel's got a lot of aggression. He kind of alluded to the fact that was a kind of one-off, this thing against AJ, and that Parker has a bigger IQ, better boxing ability. How does, in your opinion, does Daniel Dubois beat Joseph Parker? Does he have to go out like he did against AJ and put it on him straight away?
He commands the fight. He's got a superb jab. He's got to move his head. That's what he's doing more now, and let his shots go. If he catches you, you're in trouble. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, you asked anybody, he hits him, he's a powerful puncher. He can focus, which he's capable of doing, he's shown that, he can do it. They tried to get under his skin, both Andy and Joe at the round table, and they alluded again about heart and all that.
But he actually stuck it on them there, didn't he?
Put it back on me, he said, we'll see, and I like that, I want to see that out of him. I mean, I won't use the language, what he called at Hrgovic, which shocked me when he come out with when they were going over behind the table. I mean, I even fell off my chair. But that's what I want to see from him. It's not so much the language, it's the attitude. I can do it, I can beat you, and that's what he showed.
Thank you so much. I'm aware I've got to move on, but thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you.